players not getting the consideration that.
Here's the bottom line, man.
warrants.
I'm not even going to focus on Vieira. Not to ignore your question, but like we use the NFL, right? The NFL is one league in the United States. You have 4 major leagues across Europe, and in those 4 major leagues, the NFL has more black coaches than we have in the 4 major leagues of football. And here we are, 4 black males having this discussion, but we fail to realize that there's nobody on the touchline that looks like either one of us. And there's a lot of players out there that look like us. So, my opinion on it is these guys aren't getting the opportunities. The NFL has implemented something called the Rooney Rule, which is it forces every single team that, for example, the Redskins just fired their manager. So the Rooney Rule says that you have to interview at least one person of
color,
ethnic background. And they actually hired Ron Rivera, who in the United States qualifies as, he falls under the Rooney Rule, believe it or not. So there's just nothing in place that are making these teams or forcing these teams or encouraging these teams to interview or have a black manager come out and show his resume. There's nothing out there that's encouraging, and nobody's.
What black managers do you think have the CV right now?
Well, I would say right now I keep seeing Steve Bruce get jobs. The manager for West Ham, he's been there twice now. What's his name? David Moyes. I keep seeing these guys get recycled throughout the Premier League. Chris Hughton.
But who?
Chris Hughton knows the Premier League. He's a black manager.
He's at Brighton, and they almost didn't they get relegated, or they sacked him because they're about to get relegated last season.
No, it wasn't even that. They weren't going to get relegated.
I just listen.
They wanted a more progressive style.
Listen to what you just
exactly.
did.
But that opportunity just went to him.
But listen to what we just did. You made reference to. I just made reference to 2 guys who have also been sacked because their teams were on the verge of relegation. Steve Bruce and David Moyes. So it's like these guys. We just keep recycling.
But there's not as many black managers as there are white managers. So you're more you're going to recycle more the white guys than the black guys.
I think what Ryan is saying is why doesn't Chris Hughton get put back on the conveyor belt and get
at the same rate that you see these other guys? It's just.
Because
I think
they're going
Is Steve Bruce that much of a genius?
I think football is a little more
every single year.
And the reason
I think it's a fair question.
It is a fair question, but I think KG's example of Vieira is the best thing because if we're looking at black managers right now in terms of somebody that didn't rush for a job, that literally what was that Man City youth system? Then went with the management group, worked his way up, paid his dues. Now he's ready. So if he comes out in an article and says, I did not want the Arsenal job, how can I say who else is more qualified than him from a black manager perspective? So I don't know if it's because football's so complex. You can't just say, he's black, so they're not hiring. It just doesn't.
But I haven't seen Vieira linked with any job.
Let's be honest.
He was linked with Arsenal.
I haven't seen Clarence Seedorf linked with any jobs.
He was in Cameroon.
But let's not act like racism. Let's not
Cameroon.
act like racism.
He coached AC Milan.
Go ahead, KG.
Let's not act like racism in football is not a problem. It's well documented. We see it on a weekly basis. The game is where it is, and it has the problems that it has. That's a fact. It's not a secret. I mean, in reality, when we see the byproduct of them not hiring black managers, people get monkey chants on the field every week.
I'm just asking for guys to get interviews. That's all I'm asking.
But we don't know if they got the interviews. How do we know what managers?
Interview my guys.
Like he says, Clarence Seedorf. Clarence Seedorf coached AC Milan. Did a terrible job, but he got the opportunity.
David Moyes coached Manchester United and did a terrible job and is currently.
But there's more. All right, name me another Clarence Seedorf.
It is currently.
Name me another Clarence Seedorf.
It is currently in the Premier League.
Because if you're looking in different leagues like Holland tends to have a lot of black coaches. I believe what's my guy that
Frank Rijkaard.
Not Frank Rijkaard. Frank Rijkaard retired.
Edgar Davids, Patrick Kluivert, all those guys have managed.
But they have managed and they're at top levels at clubs like Ajax and all these other clubs. They don't necessarily want to coach.
Guess who opened
but you
the door
said Frank Rijkaard. Did you know Frank Rijkaard retired? After he went to Saudi Arabia?
Guess who opened up the door for those guys? Frank Rijkaard.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody had to hire Frank so he could open up the door for the other guys.
But where was Frank Rijkaard before that? Do you know?
He was a footballer before that.
No, he was. He didn't just go from footballer to being a manager.
He was a
I think it was at
professional
PSG.
footballer.
No, he was a manager before. They didn't just hire him.